Hey guys, it's Kim, so welcome to my new video. I'm sorry about the lighting, but I have to try to do it with natural light, so it's gonna be really bright and it's gonna be dark later, so I'm just gonna try to be quick here. So first of all, you can probably tell by my accent, I'm German, so I have to explain to my German subscribers why I'm doing this in English. So after that I'm gonna continue talking in English and after I'm gonna continue going on with my story. Also Leute, wie ihr seht, wird dieses Video Englisch werden, und zwar, weil ich ein paar Freunde in Amerika habe, die unbedingt wollten, dass ich mal was Englisches drehe, und deswegen dachte ich mir so, okay, ich will jetzt einfach eine Storytime machen, damit aber auch ihr wahrscheinlich versteht ihr alle Englisch, aber ich will euch nicht mein deutsches Englisch antun, deswegen werde ich die ganze Story nochmal auf Deutsch erzählen. Das heißt, der erste Teil des Videos wird auf Englisch sein für meine amerikanischen Freunde und der zweite Teil des Videos wird die ganze Story sein, aber auf Deutsch, und könnt das ganze Video da in Deutsch sehen. Wenn ihr das auf Englisch euch anhören wollt, gerne, aber ich habe ein sehr deutsches Englisch wahrscheinlich. Ich probiere immer amerikanisch zu klingen. Die Frage ist, wie weit das klappt, und euch das einfach auf Deutsch anhören. Und alle anderen, schön, dass ihr geblieben seid, und ihr hört mich jetzt die nächsten paar Minütchen auf Englisch. Ich gebe mein Bestes. Okay, so I just explained to my German subscribers that I'm doing this video in English. So the thing about this is I'm from Germany. You probably can tell because my accent is really thick. But I'm trying to do this in English because I was an exchange student in America and I had friends in America and they asked me to do a video in English, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't because all my German friends will laugh about me, but I was just like, you know what, I don't care, it's my YouTube channel, I'm gonna do this in English, so yeah, I'm gonna do a story time today. This story is about how I got ditched on solo ensemble. The guy who ditched me, we're cool now, we talked about it. Let's go right into the story. So the story is about how I got ditched on solo ensemble. If you don't know what it is, it's like under high school in America we did like solo ensemble, so in choir we prepared songs. Yeah, you perform one piece and then they give you like grades for it. I don't know, like they give you 1, 2 or 3. So 1 is pretty good, 2 is it's okay, and 3 is bad. So you get a number and then you can go to state with your piece and performance. Because I was like, oh my god, I have to try like everything. I was like, yeah, I have to try solo ensemble, you know? I'm not a really good singer, but I can just like do my best. I have to give this guy a name. We call him Jake. Okay, we just gotta call him Jake. I asked Jake on like one of the first choir lessons hours, hey, do you want to like perform with me? Because he explained what solo ensemble is, and I was like, oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, I can't sing, but I can try. And he was like, yeah, you know, we can do it together, I don't care. So he was about to perform a piece with another girl in our choir class and with me. So everything was cool. We just like practiced a lot of times so we can memorizing the lines. And okay, so I give you guys a little backstory. So I was running track. I did my mile, you know, it was my first track meet, so I was pretty nervous. So I did my mile, it was fine, and after that I just like sat down. I was just like staying for the team, you know, cheering for everybody else and waiting for the bus to leave. So I was sitting down and then this guy showed up and he was like, hey. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? And he was like, hey, you look pretty cute, you know, and just like talk to me. Let's just call him Mike. Like talk to me, like what am I doing? And I'm like, hey, I'm an exchange student, I'm from Germany, and hey, could you maybe give me a Snapchat? I'm like, I don't care, yeah, of course. Here's my Snapchat, you know, snap me if you want to. So then he snapped me a couple times and he asked me out on a date, and I was like, he's really nice, maybe I should go. People in my high school spread rumors about me. I was like, I don't want to get involved with more boys. I never got involved with any boy, but like everybody thought I was, but I wasn't. Mike, I'm sorry, but I don't think we should like meet. And he's like, oh, so you just used me. Why didn't you tell me in the first place that you didn't want to date? Why didn't you tell me? I'm like, you just asked for my Snapchat. You didn't ask me to marry you. Chill, calm down. It's not that big of a deal. And he was like, yeah, whatever. I don't want to talk to you ever again. I'm like, okay, fine. So I just deleted his Snapchat and he added me again. I never added him back. He disliked me, that's fine. So back to the day of solo ensemble. Everything was fine. I was getting my stuff ready, I was nervous as hell. Being in front of a judge, performing my piece, and I know I'm not that great of a singer, I just want to like get done with it, get it over with. But I just really wanted to do it because it was a big deal for me. And I practiced so hard, and so like 10 o'clock or something, my friend picked me up and we drove down there, and I just like tried to calm down a little so I wasn't that nervous anymore, and I just practiced my piece over and over again, like, yeah, you're doing fine, it's gonna be fine, you're just gonna do your best and it's gonna be cool. And then, you know, I look at the time, but I was like, okay, so I have to perform in like 30 minutes. Where's Jake, you know? it's a duet. We should like warm up together, you know, perform together maybe. It's gonna be fine. He's gonna show up eventually. And he didn't show up. 10 minutes later, I talked to the other girl who was supposed to perform with him too. She was like, so where's Jake? And I'm like, I don't know where Jake is. I'm waiting for him. You know, I have to perform. She's like, you have to perform in like 5 minutes when we didn't warm up together. I'm like, 5 minutes? Yeah, he's not gonna make it. Call him. I'm like, I don't have his number. I already texted him, like messaged him on Facebook. He didn't respond. And you know, I have to perform in like 10 minutes and I really want to and I really practice hard. So where is he? Let's just call him. Like, yeah, okay, call him. So she called him and he didn't pick up. So he's not answering the text, our text. He's not answering any calls. What are we supposed to do? She was like, yeah, you know, I've got his like landline. I don't know how you call it, like phone. The phone they have at home. I have his number. We can call his parents. And then I was like, okay, just do it. She was like, yeah, the problem is his parents are Hispanic. Her boyfriend showed up and he was like, you know what, I'm Hispanic, I can call him. So he called his parents, and they picked up and they're like, you know, Jake, he's sick. He's not gonna show up today. He's laying in bed, sleeping. No, he can't be sick. I have to perform in 10 minutes. I was freaking out. And I was tearing up and I'm like, no, don't cry now. You know, it's all gonna be fine. But at this morning, at the beginning of the day, I was feeling something. I was like, something's gonna go wrong today. Sometimes you just know something's off. At this time, I was just like, yeah, you know what? I can't perform today. I did all this work for basically nothing. Let me just go home. I just want to cry. Like, I was like, shh. We have to talk to our choir teacher about it because we can't leave. We have to talk to her and tell her we can't perform. And so the other girl and we just walked up to our choir teacher. I was like, you know, we tried to call him. And yeah, she was like, so did you call his parents? And we're like, yeah, he's sick. And she was really mad. And I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry, I just want to sing. And she's like, you know, honey, calm down, it's gonna be fine. You can perform one other day, you know, there's gonna be solo ensemble, it's not just one weekend, it's like several days. But I was like, I was so nervous all day and I can't even perform yet. Yeah, like, what do you mean? Okay, so what can I do? And then I thought maybe I'm just gonna ask somebody else because it's an easy song. Somebody else will be able to sing it. So I thought of a guy. We call him Brandon. That's pretty close to his real name. So I was like, hey, Brandon, I could ask Brandon to help me. So I was running around like searching for Brandon. And the thing about Brandon was he's a really good singer. And he performed 4 different pieces that day. And he had to perform like another piece and two more pieces. Search for him and finally I found him. I'm like, Brandon, oh my god, I have to talk to you. So I have to perform in like 10 minutes. Can you just like memorize this text real quick and sing with me? And he was like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, please do, because I really want to sing and he's not showing up. He's sick. I really do want to do this. And he was like, yeah, you know what? I can do it. I can wing it. No problem, girl. Fine, whatever. And he was like, but I have to perform my third piece before I can, you know, sing with you. I'm like, that's fine, you know. I ran back to my choir teacher. I was running around all freaking day. So I was running into my choir teacher. I was like, so Brandon can sing with me. I just need a little more time. I know I am supposed to perform right now, but I can't perform right now because he needs like 10 more minutes. She was like, okay, talk to this lady, and she was like, you know, it's fine. We can, yeah, push it back a little. You can sing like 10 minutes, but you have to sing in 10 minutes because... So sorry about the lighting, I don't know. It's really bad, I know. But I really want to finish the story right now. Is this better? No, it's really dark. I don't know. I don't know if it's better. I hope it's better. I'm sorry, but you know, you just have to listen to me, so you probably don't even care about the lighting, right? Back to the story. Yeah, so I told Brandon, yeah, we talked to the lady, and she was like, yeah, fine, you can sing in like 10 minutes, it's fine, you know? So I waited, and then I was like, okay, it's time. I should get Brandon. So I walked back to the room where Brandon was performing. It's like so close to his real name. So I walked into Brandon's room, watched the group performing, and they were great. Listened to them, and after I was like, hey Brandon, you ready? You have to sing with me right now. You can just read the lines if you don't memorize, it's fine, but we really have to get going. He was like, Kim, I can't do this. I just can't, you know? I was like, wait, come again, what? You can't do this? Why? I mean, you told me you can, you know, you told me you're good. Why? I'm sorry, but I have to perform another piece and I have to get ready for this and I just don't have the time. I mean, I get it, but like in this situation I was like, why do you even tell me you can? And then you can't, you know, I was waiting 10 minutes on you and you just, I could have searched for another partner. I could have searched for somebody else to sing with me. And you told me you would sing with me. Then you told me you can't sing with me because you have to perform another piece. I mean, I get it. You had to sing like 4 pieces. It's a lot. But I really needed a partner. And I was like, I just have one solo ensemble. Just please sing with me. He's like, I'm sorry. I just can't do it. And then, yeah. I'm gonna say her real name. I don't think she would mind. I love her. So, Brittany. She came to me. She was like, what's up, Kim? Why are you like so sad? What's wrong? And then I can't sing and I really practiced so hard weeks and weeks and I don't know if I will be able to sing next weekend because I don't know what my host parents are going to do. And I don't know, because they've already planned things. I don't know what they planned, but like they planned a lot for the weekend. So I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to perform any other day and I really want to. And I was so ready to do it. And she was like, I can sing with you. And I was like, what? You would sing with me? Like, why didn't I think of this sooner? You're like one of my closest friends here. I could have asked you. And she's like, yeah, you know. I was like, yeah, cool. So you're gonna sing with me. So I asked my choir teacher and women who was doing the piano, doing the music. And she was like, you really want to sing with a girl? I'm like, yeah, I want you. She was like, you could sing alone, you know, by yourself. I'm like, yeah. So the thing about singing alone is I don't really know when to start and when to stop. Because I just practice in like singing together in a duet. I don't know how to do it myself. And I can't sing the whole thing because I don't, you know, memorize the whole lyrics. I'm just gonna sing with her and it's gonna be fine. And so I walked in this room and I saw the judge and then I saw the audience. So the lighting is still not perfect, but at least we have a little more light, I guess. I mean, I really have to get natural lights. I'm sorry. I saw Mike. Yeah. So the thing about this was, it was his school we were performing at. And he just sat down in the audience and looked at me and he was shocked. No, please don't watch me sing. I'm already nervous. I don't want to sing with you watching me, you know. It's just gonna make it worse. And then eventually he left the room and I was fine. But it was just like a shock. Because I was so ready to do this. I learned my piece and we kind of just like mixed the parts because Brittany didn't know what to sing. She never sang it before or she didn't practice the piece, but she did great. And I did fine. So we got a 2. It's decent, it's good, but it wasn't like, I think it could have been better. But maybe it's just because I'm not like a really good singer. I mean, it was great for me. I was done. I was just cool with the day. I was chill. And the girl I was driving with, I told her I have a German friend too, like a German exchange student, Jetta. Yeah, cool. So she's performing a play today at her school. We could just like go and watch her. And so my friend was like, yeah, cool, we can go. I mean, I can drive us there. Walked in, you know, watched the play. And in the middle of the play, I just looked at the audience in front of me and I was like, oh, I recognize this guy. Like, you know, his jacket, he wears that in class sometimes. 2 rows in front of me. Jake. I thought he was so sick. He couldn't even text me that he couldn't come to like solo ensemble. He just ditched me and he was so sick that he couldn't even tell me. And so I couldn't like, well, I could have found a partner so much earlier than I did. He didn't text me, he didn't call me, he didn't answer his phone because he was so sick, suffering, but healthy enough to watch a play because his girlfriend was acting in the play. And I was like, no, that can't be true. That's not Jake. That's somebody looking really similar to Jake. That's not Jake. Why should he? You know, he would have told me. He wouldn't have ditched me just because he didn't want to like. So I asked my friend and I was like, hey, do you see that guy in front of us? She's like, yeah, that's Jake. I'm like, so that's Jake? She's like, yeah, what is Jake doing here? Because I told her like he ditched me. She's like, what's Jake doing here? I'm like, I don't know. Eventually the play ended. And guess who saw me and ran? wait for me, like I want to talk to you about this. It's not funny. So I was running behind him. I was like, that's not funny, you know, stop running, stop acting like a little kid, or you're not like a little child anymore. You can just talk to me, just tell me why. And he just ran out of there in his car, drove away. I texted him, hey, so I mean, it's fine if you're sick, but at least tell me. If you ditch me, at least let me know so I don't go there try to perform without you. And he was like, yeah, you know, couldn't, and I was sick. But just tell me that you can't sing with me because I was waiting on you the whole freaking day. And I had to perform last minute with a friend. Why did she do that? And he's like, yeah, whatever, sorry. I'm like, yeah. Turns out he wasn't even sick. He was just going to the movies that day without telling me. And I was mad. I was really mad. But he had to talk to our choir teacher. I don't know what they talked about, but because he didn't only ditch me, he ditched like 2 girls. The other girl never got to perform. So I was lucky. I was not mad at him not showing up, but mad at him not telling me. Just like letting me go there and trying to waiting on him and he's not showing up. So I was fine eventually because I didn't care anymore. I did my best. I had a fun day. I have a great story to tell. Yeah, talked to him about it. I was like, you know, man, don't do it again. It was stupid. I was really mad at you. And he was like, yeah, I'm sorry, but we used to be friends before. And I'm like, hey, you know what? I still want to be friends with you. I'm gonna be gone in like about a month because it was like in the middle or end. We talked again at the end of my stay. If you see that, I really like you. You're a really good guy. You just like did stupid things once. So yeah, that's my story time. I hope you enjoyed it. I know my English is still really German, my accent is really thick, but I wanted to do it for my American friends, so shout out to you guys. Thanks for watching. I really love and miss you. And thanks for watching, and until the next video, guys.